Philip, you know what time it is again, mate, isn't it? It's G1 and G3.
Oh, yes, I forgot. I thought it was Monday afternoon. We're all good.
We've got another episode on here today, and the boys stuck it out well against Collingwood. I thought you played really well, Phil.
Yeah, we were all right for 3 quarters, but...
I'm talking about you.
Oh, individually. No, I played on the Big Bear. Big Bear Clog. He's a pretty good monster. Had a bit of a good drill, but we're just a bit disappointed that we lost, mate.
You compared yourself to him in the gym, sort of weight-wise.
Yeah, I think he's only got about 45 kilos on me, so we're pretty similar.
Now today, in this episode, what do we do?
Yeah, well, we actually went down to the AFL house, you and I, Cogs, and we went and interviewed the big dog of the AFL, Andrew Demetriou. So fortunately, he gave us 5 minutes, Cogs, for you and I, just to ask him a few questions. So no, it was a good little interview. I thought you did a really good job.
Yeah, why didn't I get let in?
Well, it was a bit... Obviously, we had the multicultural round last week, so you got a lot of fame around there. They thought, let's spread it to G1, because I know you're Batman and I'm barely Robin. I'm actually probably just the IN in Robin. But I just did a little bit. But in all seriousness, Cogs, you're coming back from hamstring, you went up to the Gold Coast, run a mark, best on ground, all that kind of razzle and dazzle. So I went lone. I felt a little bit awkward without you there, so let's have a look, mate. Andrew, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Phil.
Obviously, the Giants boys for the young leaders came through today. Before we go to that, just a few questions about the Giants. How do you think we're going? Are you happy with the progress that they're making on and off the field?
Well, we're thrilled with the progress with the Giants, particularly off the field. I mean, all the things we measure the club by are hitting the targets, and I know people are disappointed they haven't won a game, but we haven't got any expectations on field. I mean, these are young lads who are developing. They're very competitive. They're going to be coached well. There's a great transition with Leon Cameron. There's some real leaders emerging. I think the Jeremy Cameron story is a great story. It's a great stadium, Skoda Stadium, great relationship with the ACT. There's a lot to like about the Giants going forward.
In terms of the young players, apart from myself, who are your favourite players running around the Orange these days?
Oh, I like Shield. I like Cameron. I like a lot of players, actually. I like Toby Green.
A little mongrel in him?
He's got a little bit of go. Yeah, no, some good players. Very exciting players.
Obviously, that's a fair bit of youth there. Let's go the other spectrum in terms of extreme age. We've got Kevin Shee, the master coach, is in charge. This weekend will be his 372nd match as a player or coach at the MCG. In terms of developing the game in Sydney and the game in general, what will his legacy be like when he retires?
Well, he was the perfect appointment for that role. When we asked Kevin for him to uproot his family and move to Sydney, it was a massive ask, one which he relished. He's always put the game first, and he's just done an extraordinary job. And look, his legacy, not just for New South Wales and what he's doing there for the game on a national scale and what he's done with Indigenous players, is impossible to put into words. And we're really grateful. We're really grateful, and we're very keen to have Kevin continue in a capacity next year. And I think when Kevin does decide he's had enough of football, we'll have to build a statue for him, to be honest.
Yeah, he'll enjoy that, actually. Round 22, we're playing Richmond at Skoda Stadium. The commission's coming up. You're looking forward to your first game at Skoda Stadium?
Yes. I've been to Skoda Stadium, but it'd be good for the commission to come and have a look at a real game. And it'll be quite an emotional game in many ways, given Kevin's last game. So looking forward to it. And I reckon you might have snagged a win before then.
Yeah, hopefully 2 or 3. A couple of other things. Obviously, football it's a bit boring if you talk about that all the time. I've got a couple other questions. In terms of when you're a bit younger, played 103 games. I think that's correct for Hawthorn and North Melbourne. You had the old moustache. Was that a fashion thing or was it a performance thing?
Definitely a porno performance thing. It was a fashion. I had a bit of long hair and fashion, and in my earlier years in the 19s, I used to have very, very long hair and a beard. So I got rid of the beard and went for the porno mo, but it doesn't work today.
In terms of, obviously, it's a relatively stressful job. You're still keeping most of your colour in your hair, which is pretty good to see. What do you do outside of running the AFL? Are you a golfer, surfer? What do you dabble in?
Family, 4 young children. They won't let me play golf. Chase them. They're hard enough to keep up with, but... No, all the things off the field relate to family, and it's travel and school and weekends at the holiday house, movies, anything that involves the children. And normally is expensive.
Yeah, children are expensive. They say $1 million a child these days. Last question. Obviously, 4 young children under the age of 10. How often do they come home from school saying, Daddy, why did you say this, Daddy?
They don't actually say that because they've just started to realise what I do for a living. They normally come home and say, I'm hungry, and what are we having for dinner tonight? And then when we say what they're having, they say, oh, no, I don't want that. That's normally the conversation.
Andrew, thanks for joining us on Giants TV, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Phil, now I know you're a little bit older than me.
3 years.
You've still got. Do you have an iPhone yet, or are you still on the Nokia?
No, I got the Nokia 3315, so thanks to Nokia for that one.
All right. Well, there's for the younger boys of the team. There's a Giants app for $1.99.
An app? Oh, butterfly.
Look at this.
That's how big we're getting, mate. We're getting special attention from even the butterflies. Look at it. Let's just play on while we go. So yeah, Cog's got the app, the Giants app. Everyone should get on and buy it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You can keep up with the latest news.
$1.99, isn't it?
Videos.
How much is it? $1.99?
No. Free, mate.
All that for free?
Only because of me.
Oh, you're a star.
Not
Cogs
you.
has spotted him. That's what happens when you sign a good deal. Cogs on the weekend, obviously you were flying back after your beautifully exquisite tan. We were playing Collingwood. Scota's Simply Clever moment for this week. We could have gone for some bloke who kicked a few snaggies, a few good ones as well, but I thought, nah, one bit of play summed up our day. Ended up with a Dylan Shill finish from about 55 on the run, and boys got around, but I thought, from a team play, that was truly a Scota Simply Clever moment. Let's have a look, mate.
Scota, Simply Clever.
Oh, good straight.
They're out again.
Ward. Look at the numbers multiply for the Giants as they charge through the middle. Scully, and now it's over to Dylan Shield. Straight at the goal, and it goes end on end on end. And straight through, and the Giants can smell something here.
Scota, Simply Clever.
Now, the question is a great goal by Dylan, don't get me wrong, but
Team goal.
was that a kiss and a bit of tongue from Dean Brogan?
Oh, very reminiscent of Satando helping v Stephen Canelio early in the year, I thought. But we'll just technically review it. Yeah, it's come back as a goal. Yeah, it's a kiss. It was a kiss. Obviously, Cog's big game, Scota Stadium. Second last one of the year, so Giants fans, it's getting close to 2014, so we've got to enjoy every game we get, and got Melbourne this weekend, so another big challenge for our young list, and looking forward to it, and go Giants.